I have the honor and the privilege of introducing my wife, Melissa Buckner. And two of our daughters are here. I asked them to come up on stage with me to introduce their mother. But there appears to be some considerable concern amongst them that I might use this as an occasion for humor. And they're worried about the consequences of that when we get home later. See, the Jewish people, we pass our knowledge down through stories. And our children remember the story that I've told them, but really the way their mother has told it, from when she and I were dating. And I bought her a birthday card once that I thought was really funny, frankly. But she describes as a drunk turkey reciting a limerick poorly. And they've been scarred by that experience ever since because they saw the look on their mother's face and they realized that my humor isn't nearly as good as I think it is. Anyway, the poem A Woman of Valor, as most of the people in this room know, is attributed to King Solomon. It's from Proverbs. And while there are parts of it that involve some fairly archaic gender roles, there are other parts of it that describe the best in people, and when I read it the other day again, reminded me very much of my wife. She is clothed with strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come. Some of you may know that Melissa for many years worked as a lawyer, but she found meaning in her work when she began representing people without a voice. She quit her job at a high-powered litigation firm to become an advocate for the poor and the marginalized. Later, as the head of Lawyers for Children, she spoke up for the children in our community who were stuck in the dependency system. She loved that work, and she loved the children she served. But when our twins were born prematurely, and one of them remained in the hospital for the first 14 months of her life, Melissa gave up her work so that she could be at the hospital every day, so that all of our daughters would have the same parental bond, regardless of where they were. And that I owe her for forever, and it made me love her even more. She speaks with wisdom, and faithful instruction is on her tongue. Most of you know Melissa as the chair of the school board here at Temple Beth Am. What you may not know is that this is her second gig as a school board chair, and previously, some years ago, she served as a school board chair at Temple Beth David. Now, you're probably asking yourselves why anybody would do that twice, and I don't know. But what I can tell you is that she's committed to education, she's committed to children, and there's nothing more important in the world to her. Her children arise and call her blessed. Well, that didn't happen today. They refuse to arise. But they're over there, and if the camera can pan over, maybe you can embarrass them a little so I can pay for some therapy later. Her husband also, and he praises her. Many women do noble things, but you surpass them all. We tell our three daughters that they can be anything they want to be. But it's far more powerful to show them than to tell them. And Melissa does that every day. Congratulations, Melissa. We love you.
Thank you, David, for introducing me this morning and for being so supportive in allowing me to do the community work that I love to do. I really am lucky to have had you in my corner all these years. To Laura, Karen, Abby, and your committee, thank you so much for this award and for your hard work organizing this luncheon. Thank you to Lisa Goldstein for putting it all together. And to my Sisters of Valor, what a thrill it is to be recognized with these three women, Adrian, Jodi, and Patti. They say there are no coincidences in life, and each of you have touched mine at pivotal points. It makes receiving this award even sweeter to be honored with the three of you. What does a modern woman of valor look like? She looks like the women filling this room, and like the women that I have had the good fortune to be surrounded by my entire life. They are women with tremendous intellectual and professional accomplishments. They contribute their time and talents to the community. They are dedicated to their family and friends. They are the women that make it all look effortless, and the women that know how hard it really is. This award is dedicated to all the women who have shown me what true strength is. But let me tell you about a very special woman and how my Jewish journey began. Who we come from defines us, and for most of us, that's our parents, especially our mothers. My mother's name is Nina. She is the source of my Jewish identity and my commitment to making the world a better place. But it didn't start out that way. My mother began life as a Chinese Methodist, and she grew up in Central America. She embraced Judaism as an adult. In her journey, I recognized the power of a Jewish education to unite people and create families across cultural divides. I learned from my mother, a convert and a biochemist, the love of learning, which has fueled my own commitment to expanding access to education. Growing up Asian and Jewish, I was always a little different. I learned early on that I needed to develop strength and confidence in my faith and my identity. For me, my Jewish day school education was the key to that confidence. I believe that in order for our community to continue to thrive, we must educate our children about our heritage and what makes it so special. That's why I've committed myself to ensuring that we have exceptional educational opportunities for our children. I've been lucky to be able to channel my volunteer energies here at Beth Am, at the Greater Miami Jewish Federation, and at SAGE into working on behalf of strengthening and expanding these opportunities. I continue to be inspired by the young families coming to our day schools to learn the lessons that I learned in my childhood. I am proud of my involvement here at Temple Beth Am Day School, a school that provides the best in secular and Jewish education. I am especially proud of how warm and welcoming Temple Beth Am is to all kinds of families. And I'd be remiss if I didn't thank my 3 daughters, Julia, Catherine, and Mackenzie. My daughters amaze me every day. They are becoming powerful young women right before my eyes. I love the slogan, "The future is female," because the girls of today are going to change the world. But when I look out into this audience, of amazing, talented, dedicated women, I truly believe that future is now. Thank you again for this.